Alright, welcome back to more Historic on Arena. So this deck is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've tried it a couple times in different variations and it just hasn't turned out. And I don't know if the current iteration is good, but it's a heck of a lot of fun, and it's definitely something that it's definitely not tweaked fully, but I want to take it for a spin and see how I do. So the core of the deck is a Grixis spells. We've got 8 pieces of removal: Reckless Rage, Shock. Get to play 4 Duress, and then we've got a bunch of cantrips. So Opt is obviously the best one. Crash Through is a little bit worse. It's significantly worse. And then Cling to Dust is a cantrip that also is Graveyard Hate and can also be used to gain life against mono red, which is kind of cool. So these cantrips allow us to, so we're playing 21 lands. Then on top of that, we've got some cards that work off of spells. So Sprite Dragon obviously is an obvious one. It gets bigger when you cast your spells. Dreadhorde Arcanist. When you drop a Dreadhorde Arcanist on turn 2 and they don't kill it, you just feel like a beast, because you can cast something, you can go Arcanist on 2, Duress, attack, Duress. And so if you're playing against control, you just strip their hand, which just feels great. You take their Teferi, take their Oath of Kaya, take their Shadow of the Sky. And then I've got Riddle Form, which is a 2 mana 3/3 if I cast a 3/3 flyer, if I cast a spell, which should happen relatively often. I had 4 in here, but I don't know. It feels bad when you draw a bunch of them and then don't hit anymore. So I'm going to go down to 3, mainly because, well, so I've got 3 Lofty Denial, which is it's a weak quench if you don't have any flyers on the field, but I should have 7, 9 flyers. And I think the way that this might work is, if I've got Riddle Form on the field, I cast Lofty Denial, this will turn into a creature, and then that will resolve. I'm hoping that that's how that works. I guess we'll find out. Then I've got just 2 Bone Crushers against aggro, and Stormwing Entity might become a 4 of in place of Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher is just an objectively good card in a lot of situations, but Stormwing Entity could be a 3/3 prowess that scries too. So we'll see how that goes. In the sideboard, I've just got some Plagues against Field of the Dead, Ferocity against Field of the Dead, some removal, some anti-Gruul stuff. So 5 pieces of removal against Gruul. So anyways, should be fun. Let's take it for a spin and see how it goes. Alright, we're going to be playing against Steam Vents. We'll be on the play. And yeah, so this is the type of hand that I was talking about. Against aggro, Dreadhorde Arcanist might just take over the game. So the odds of us playing against an aggressive deck are pretty low, given the fact that we're set up so well. Alright, there we go. So this is going to be potentially an easy matchup here. Yep. Let's just go like this. So next turn we have the option to Bone Crusher. I do have 2 red sources. Just going to go like so. And sure. I kind of think I want to just kill this. Wow. Drawing that many lands is definitely not what I want to be doing. Let's attack. Let's see if we can draw out another Merfolk Trickster. Very nice. Okay, that was a mistake on my part. Resolve Bone Crusher Giant. Alright, so let's strip their counter spells out. Yep. Yep. And we'll just sit back. So next turn. Alright, well, drawing 7 lands obviously isn't what I want to be doing. Huh. So I think I'm just going to pass the turn. I might just suicide this Arcanist to kill that Sailor. Otherwise, they're going to be drawing cards each turn. Oh, that's great. Let's play the land. Okay, so they did have Lookout's Dispersal. That's hilarious. Alright. No blocks. So is there anything I can do? Okay, so first of all, we're going to attack in with Arcanist. See if we can strip something with that Duress. Okay, so they just have land. Alright. Darn it. Just out of range. So, drawing 8 lands obviously isn't good. Yeah, they got us. I probably should have just hung back. That would have been better. So obviously disputes come in. Alright, let's act. Melee might be good. And Cling to Dust can come out. Duress needs to come out as well. I might just want to be more interactive. I don't know. Let's try it. mulligan. And this seems fine. Where are the catacombs? Yeah. Yeah, let's see what they got. They have Spell Pierce. Okay. Now they're tapped out though, so. Alright. Well, this isn't going too well. Jeez. Alright, well. You gotta be kidding me here. 3 Siren Storm Tamers. It's gonna be rough. So what I need to do is that. Tap that for red. Got him. Alright, well that turned out well. So, if they dispute this, they had 3 in their opening hand. That's crazy. Yep. I've dealt with all 3, so I'm just going to take this chance to land Arcanist. And, alright, so... Well, that's kind of great. Yep. Yes, please. I think I'm just going to... Do I just want to opt? Yes, you're already a creature. It is a 1 mana piece of removal, so let's keep it. Alright. One damage is not going to win. Alright. So Riddle Form actually came in big there. Yeah. Let's send it back. I did draw 3 mystical disputes, so... Yep. Okay. Alright. It's kind of a big deal. So I'm not going to play the Arcanist, because that's kind of my ace in the hole, sort of. Sure. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh, okay. Well. They have dive down? Okay. Seems fair. So they don't have... alright. I think I can take another hit from them. So they might counter this. Okay, good. Now I untap. Get to kill it for free. Alright. I can't believe I'm fighting over a merfolk trickster. Alright, I don't know what they're drawing. Ah, they're flooding. Alright, so... Alright, so now we're just gonna draw a bunch of cards. Maybe. Jeez. Alright. They flooded pretty badly there. Alright, taking out mono blue tempo. I should have known that I waited too long and now I'm against a platinum player. It is okay though. Well, this is like the ideal Dreadhorde Arcanist hand. So the question is... do I think... I don't want Arcanist to die, so I'm just going to do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Arcanist is just going to clear out the 2 Knight of the Ebon Legions. Oh, that was kind of cute. That worked out quite well, if I say so myself. Got all the removal I could ever want. So whatever they play here is just going to die, which is quite nice. A land would be lovely. Let's, yeah, I'll just start taking out their... Can they kill it? They cannot kill that currently, so actually I'm just going to draw a card. And let's attack, draw another card. They have 2 knights. Let's just draw another card. Sure. Alright. So the correct thing is to... I just take the 1. Okay, so they're gonna send their 2 knights to their early grave. Sadly, poor guys. And we're gonna hit 4 a bunch. And Arcanist just running away with this game right now. This game right here is exciting because this just kind of shows how powerful. I don't think Arcanist has really gotten much love in his store. Okay. So we'll just kill 2 more of their guys. Interesting. I don't want it to transform, so I think I'm just going to have to kill. And that'll probably be a concession, because they'll just have a 1/1. So Riddle Form being nice too. It's just a 3/3 for 2, 3/3 flyer for 2. Also, this dodges board wipes, which is kind of cool. So, I don't know if I need to board at all. Dreadhorde, well, Dreadhorde might need to come out, but maybe something like that. I'm here to fight Teamer colors and control, but black-white aggro. I suppose I could bring in a melee. Red Cap melee is just a really good removal spell. 1 mana, instant speed, 4 damage. Even if it does make me sack a land. I'm going to keep this just on the fact that I've got 2 removal spells and counterspell. 3 removal spells. And that's kind of what I wanted this deck to be. It's not going to be great. Also, this is the new shock art. Oh, it's the old shock art. This deck isn't going to be great against like control so much. Nice. Just kill their 2/1. But Alright, so we can go Bone Crusher and then play Bone Crusher next turn, so that should be good. Sorin? Hey, we'll take 3. Sure. Yep. Lofty Denial is a card that I'm trying out right now, and it seems just better than Quench in a lot of situations. I need another threat besides Bone Crusher. I want to get value out. Well, that's just not going to be a... Okay, so this way I don't have to take 2 from my lands. Yep. So this Vanguard is just going to get irritating. Nice. Nice. Well, that's really well played. So I think what I'm going to do is block the Knight, make them pump it. Yeah. So I do take 2 damage. What? So I can take another hit. Oh, I can't play Heartless Act. But I can make them take 8, maybe? Let's try killing this now. See if I can get them to take 4. Let's see if they do it again. Oh, I'm just dead. If they pay, I'm stupid. They're like, what? They might mess up. Alright. Vanguard is good. Yeah. Still haven't drawn a Stormwing entity. So, just a reminder there that that ending there is proof that I am literally the worst Magic player in existence. I ended my own health total. I'm gonna keep this just in the hopes that I draw something. Because if I draw something, these Arcanists are gonna be great. Okay. Or if I draw more lands, maybe not so much, but... Obviously, when you're playing a deck that requires... Okay. Oh, wow. GG. Fail. Well, that's probably a good game. have another one.
I walk a righteous path.
Gotta draw some. I play like 20 non-creature spells, so half the deck is built of them. Let's play this first. That's a bit frustrating.
I can take it.
Gideon's a nice sideboard option. I assume he's from the sideboard. Yep, they got me.
Eating you will not bring me pleasure. Pain. Your lifeblood is
Good game.
sweeter than wine.
Yeah, we'll see. I have to draw like no lands for a while. Drawing 6 lands.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
Yep, alright, that's it. 7 lands and 12 spells isn't gonna do it. Up against another platinum player. Nice. Oh my gosh. Well, I gotta keep it. Watery Grave turns on all these lands, so I'm just gonna go like that. That was probably a mistake. Oh, nice. Back to the land drawing thing. Alright, so this is probably Nexus of Fate. So, should be a fun matchup. Because of that, I'm actually going to get Riddle Form down. Yep. Alright, this is probably game up. Alright, this is ridiculous. It can't draw 6 lands 2 games in a row. Like, this is worse. This is 6 lands in 9 cards. Oh, I should have shocked there and attacked. I'm just on tilt. A bit on tilt. Yep. I assume if they play the Nexus here, I think... Yep, alright, they got us. Let's go to game 2. So... Stroke, obviously. Dispute, obviously. What is bad? Shock. I'm gonna bring in Bone Crusher might not be. I'm gonna take out 1 Reckless Rage. No, I want to leave those in there because there's always that chance. There's that point in time when they're gonna bring in when they're going to bring in Shifting Ceratops. Riddle form does fly. Oh, I need Bone Crusher Giant because of Root Snare. Right. Okay, we're going to be on the play. This hand isn't great, but I can go Duress, Arcanist, Duress, so I'm just going to keep it. And if I draw a blue land, obviously we're doing great. Alright, so Escanta. Easy take. Alright, so that's a nice draw. So next turn, I'm just gonna pop this into play. Yes. Ooh, Tamiyo. I can counter Tamiyo. Let's just get. Actually, I can counter Nexus of Fate. Let's get rid of Tamiyo. And end the turn. Sure, that's fine. That's an interesting sideboard option. Well, that's quite amazing. Alright, so just gonna go Duress. Just gonna keep shredding their hand. And I think I'm gonna go like that. And I'm gonna cast Opt. I'll save my Duress for a later date. I don't want another land, but I'm gonna get it anyways. It might be a bad play, but they're gonna be so confused. No. Alright, so my life total isn't really an issue. Alright, so I'm gonna play this. And can they cast Nexus of Fate this next turn? I just can't risk it. Oh, that's great. Okay, so if they want their Wilderness Reclamation. Okay. Well, that felt amazing. That felt amazing. That right there was the power of Dreadhorde Arcanist. We've definitely seen how good Arcanist can be. Oh, this has a lot of things. I'm gonna keep it. If I can go into a black source, then we'll be in business. Got double duress, so I'm just gonna do this now. Yep. So they probably got growth spiral, which is let's just try it. See if we can get it in. If they brazen borrower, that's fine. Enguro. Gotta sit here and wait while they do their fabled passage. Alright, well this is nice because now I can duress. See what they got. Tamiyo's something I do not want to see. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Boom. Next turn I'll play Dorat, Duress. What?
Like the phases of the moon, life waxes
Nice.
and wanes. Let me aid your research.
Alright, well... So this, if I duress now... Oh, I do have an opt. Okay, good. So I'm just going to duress to see what we got. Okay. Right. Hello. I know he's being a dirtbag by saying that, but that's okay. We're going to opt. Opt. Do not want another Bone Crusher Giant. Mystical Dispute's good.
Oh, violence is impolite. I know I noted this somewhere.
Okay, so they got their Reclamation. So they can't Nexus just yet. But from this turn on... Okay, so I can't duress this turn. So I think I'm just going to hold up. Decline. Counter spells for the rest of the game.
I've learned little here.
Sure. So I've got Stroke and Mystical Dispute. If they try to jam Nexus, then we're going to shred their hand like nobody's business. Really? Alright, I got a Nexus as an end of turn. No, sir. Counter Thassa's intervention. How fabuloso was that? Alright, let's do this, and now let's cast a Duress, see what's going on in their hand again. Take more of their stuff, get rid of that Opt. Hit them for a lot. Stormwing Entity. Scry 2, I need to get to a counterspell. That is not a counterspell. And let's play that. Alright. Okay. Have their chemisters. So they technically can Nexus here. Okay, just did. Nice. Okay, they're bricking. Okay, this is intense. Alright, well that's awesome. Let's do that to start out with. Oh, I think they're dead. We got them! Woo! That game felt really good. Alright, so I feel a little bit like a dunce. This replay isn't live, sadly, because for some reason my microphone turns off randomly. My recording software just mutes my microphone. So that makes sense, right? So I probably sound a little bit different than I do during the normal gameplay because I am sitting here recording it after I played. So my opponent opens up with a blue-white temple, so I'm assuming that it's going to be control, Esper or blue-white, but it is in fact Field of the Dead. So I think what I want to do here is play Riddle Form. I think that's what I would do now. I've got 2 Duress, Reckless Rage, yep. So, once I see that it's Field of the Dead, I realize that they're not going to play any important spells immediately. They could play Teferi there, which would have been bad. But I've got the Duresses. Yep. So, this will allow Riddle Form to become a creature, and now essentially I've got a... Oops. So they've basically got nothing in hand, which is kind of bad. But it means now I've got 2 3/3s. There's to get the land and the Crash Through. So Crash Through isn't necessarily a great card in and of itself, but the fact that it allows my 3/3 to be Riddle Form to be immune to board wipes and Stormwing Entity turns into a 4/4 for 2 essentially is a pretty big deal. So this game, this match is going to show the power of these 2 blue cards specifically. So my opponent, Field of the Dead, I've expressed my frustration with Field of the Dead before. It's not an archetype that I enjoy. Jeez, just drawing all the lands. But I've got 7 power in play, so my goal here is both of the 2 spells in my hands are dead. So I've essentially got nothing in hand. So Reckless Rage obviously can kill something, but there's nothing really I need to kill because they can make zombies if they want. I don't care about their zombies. I'll just fly over them. So that's one of the big things is Brineborn Cutthroat, Nightpack Ambusher, all of those cards are on the ground, and zombies block them. But Riddle Form and Stormwing Entity give this deck the ability to attack over the Field of the Dead tokens. So I'm going to scry here. And, yep, there's an Opt, which is a big deal. So I might be able to kill them here. Probably should Opt first, but I'm going to Duress. They're going to make a zombie. Actually, can't remember what they did here. All right, so they just really just drew lands. That's one of the problems with playing a deck that plays 29, maybe 30 lands. Some of these Field of the Dead decks play 30 plus lands. So there's Dorat, which means, yep. So I'm going to drop Dorat. I've got another untapped land. Yeah, this just works out perfectly. And there's 9 damage. Yep. And kill a random zombie. Make my Storm Entity a 6/6. Dorat is now a 2/2. And I attack for the win. So... Stormwing and Riddleform both showing their power there. Stormwing was a 2 mana 6/6 that turn. Dorat having haste is the big deal. And we just did the tempo thing. We didn't really counter any spells. The Duresses didn't do anything either. So I'm going to bring in 2 strokes, and that might be it. I probably should have brought in the Mystical Disputes. I think they'd be better than the Duresses. Duress is just great with Arcanist. So I might want to sideboard out Arcanist if I were to play this again, because my goal is just to play my flying threats and be super, super reactive. But I was kind of afraid of Shifting Ceratops, which, you know, is a card that has stonewalled these blue aggro decks before. But currently, blue isn't heavily represented in the aggro world in Historic. There's mono blue tempo, but it's a tier 2, tier 2.5 deck at best. I don't know if I've lost to mono blue for a while. Still not sure what to do. Lofty Denial, I think it might be the card that I cut. I really want to be able to counter their board wipes. That's the thing that I want to counter. So I ended up pulling a Shock. Shock is fine because it lets me deal with Teferi. Although this deck doesn't really so much struggle against Teferi, because I'm not a counterspell deck. I mean, I'm playing a lot of counterspells, but I'm not like a flash deck. So this is going to be a mulligan. 1 land. If it was an untapped land, maybe. And this will be a keep. So if there's a land in the top 3 cards, we should be fine. We'll put that Reckless Rage at the bottom. And it's a risky keep. Risky keep. But okay, so I hit the land. I'm just going to crash through. Yep. Okay, hit the Duress. Don't have any black lands. That is okay, because I've got Riddleform. Drawing more black spells. That's okay. I assume that they're going to either have Mystical Dispute or... Yep, okay. I did forget about that. So, at this point, I kind of felt like the game was over. If they drop a Teferi, do they drop Teferi? They do. Yeah, so this game just got out of hand. Maybe if I had mulliganed... Yep. So, I'm just going to concede here. They've got Teferi active. I'm not winning that. So, that's just a reminder. I see a lot of people talk about control, like, taking so long to kill them. Once they've got you, like, I'm not going to win that game. Like, I missed on land drops. I don't have any black spells. So, just concede and move on. So that's why I brought in the 4th Mystical Dispute, because I need to protect against Teferi. Mystical Dispute's a very good counterspell. It's funny how it took people, including myself, so long to realize that. Obviously, this hand's great. So we'll duress something and then play Sprite Dragon, and then actually I can't duress because I am bad at Magic and think that Drone Catacombs comes into play untapped. All right, so we're just gonna get in there with Sprite Dragon. Sprite Dragon's also an interesting card. It hasn't really performed particularly well for me. So So I think what I'm going to do is... Don't play that card. There you go. So I'm going to Duress and then Cling to Dust the card that I Duressed. So the Mystical Dispute, obviously those cards don't work in the current moment. I'm not sure. So I know that he has another Mystical Dispute, right? But for some reason it's not revealed. I don't understand why. But so now I've got a 3/3. So this game is going to show how good Sprite Dragon is. Sprite Dragon is a card I was saying that has underperformed in a lot of moments, and I haven't really found a good shell for it. So this is unfortunate. I've got to fight over this, but he's got the Mystical Dispute. So it may not have been the best moment to use that. But at least here, he's down to just the Elf and an Unknown. And this is a great moment for Sprite Dragon and Riddle Form. So I'm going to drop the Dragon, play Riddle Form. Dragon is now 2/2 for 2, haste flying. It's a good card. So kill Teferi. So next time we'll be smashing in for 6. Or just kidding. I forgot we played this game a little bit. Play this game a little bit. But all of this is just making... oh, this is a great play. I got so excited when I realized this. Alright, so I've got a 2/2, he's got an 0/3, and I've got Teferi. So I want to kill Teferi, or else I'm in trouble because my counterspell's dead. So I'm going to cast Riddle Form, which is going to make Sprite Dragon a 3/3, and then I'm going to cast Crash Through, which makes it a 4/4 with Trample, which means when they block with their 0/3, it tramples over for 1 damage. So can we just acknowledge that that is an amazing... Now, I could have played Reckless Rage, but I wanted to hold up Disdainful Stroke. So even if he had blocked there, he would have taken out Teferi. So he's got Rejuvenator. Again, I don't care about these ground pounders. In other Flash decks, I care about them. With Nightbeck Ambusher, you care. You got to kill them quickly, and this 1/1 and the 0/3 are super annoying. But with this deck, now just everything's so cheap, so it's just, yeah. With this deck, I really don't care about those ground creatures, because I could just fly over them. Probably would have been correct to cast Reckless Rage there. Actually, I don't know. I'm kind of holding on to Reckless Rage to deal with the Shifting Ceratops if they were to play it. It seems like Uro is the creature of choice. Notice I do have 3 mana up. I don't think I'm going to use my mana this turn, so I'm just going to Scry at end of turn. So again, Riddle Form, all of this library manipulation. We don't have any cheap cantrips, but Riddle Form allows me to, just a little bit. Yep, there's an Opt. So if that had been a land, I would have just bottomed that. But now we're going to be hitting for 12, and I've got Stroke. So that's a lot of damage. Of course, I continue to draw lands, but yeah, I guess you should play that. We're going to smash in for a lot. Now I can hold up Stroke and Scry. So technically I can Scry too. I can Scry at the end of this turn and Scry at the beginning of my next turn. Okay, so they're just going to play another Uro, and that's going to be basically GG. Go up to 10 life, but I'm hitting for 12 right now. Because Reckless Rage is a great card. And again, they're making zombies, which in the past, a lot of these other tempo decks, I've struggled against the zombies, but not this time. So, Field of the Dead is a deck that I hate. This time we 2-0'd it. Alright, so 4 matches, went 3-1, I believe. This, like the previous match, this is actually me re-recording. My microphone turned off like a complete bum. So yeah, the deck felt really fun. That last match especially showed the power of Riddle Form and Stormwing Entity and Dorat, and then Dreadhorde Arcanist had its own matches that it just played very well in. I definitely enjoy this. I'm going to continue to try it. Something that I might try, and I was actually thinking about this, and maybe I'll do this later, but I basically was dead to Vanguard, whatever the 3/1 white vampire creature was. Anyway, so I might replace maybe one shock with a disfigure. We'll see. But yeah, the deck's a lot of fun. So I think I cut after that last match against Philadelphia, I cut the plagues and replaced them with another Heartless Act and I think a Stroke or another Aether Gust. So just don't need the plagues. I just attack over their stuff. So anyways, that's it for today. And I think I'm going to try this deck again very soon. So bye for now.